Top of the morning, laddies. My name is Chaz, and welcome to the What If Deku was Rimuru's the Slime. Yeah. I'm gonna make things gonna be hilarious and a little bit epic, but then it will be boring at the end, okay? So, bear with me now. So, yeah, Zuko wasn't born as a human, but he will get a human form later. So, yeah. So, let's begin. I'm also throwing in Zoomy so that to keep things occupied. So, let's begin with, instead of Zuko being born, or actually Zuko was born, but not in the hospital. Oh, but from Inko, or from the bathroom, basically. Inko gave birth to a monster when she was pregnant with Zumi, and of course the slime name looks just like this one. Sick, and yeah. So he goes out he climbs out of the sewers into a dark hallway. There he meets a old timer, the homeless person that is like dying. Some of you are probably going to be like, wait, what? Yeah. So, Inko didn't know, or didn't. So, yeah. After Zumi was born, of course, then so the homeless man, says to the slime, because his body is now failing on him, not Rimuru's, but the old timer, or like a homeless person, and his last request for the slime was to just straight up eat him. As he nods his head back and forth, as he does that, but in a peaceful death. Like how the I forget his name. Like what Rimuru did to his beloved, the one that had Ifrit. Yeah. So then he was now born very young. So yeah. And he also unlocked crocodiles because he fights against crocodiles, mythical creatures, absorb their powers. Or actually, crocodiles. Then, because in this alternate universe, there's no such thing as monsters. So they were living in the free world where no monsters exist. Yet. So, basically, yeah. So then he turned into a human with green hair. With green eyes. Yeah. He kind of looks like his sister. Esther. Just like. Where is it? Looks just like his sister, but the. Yeah. So. Yeah. But more like Rimuru's one. Though, like how Rimuru's hair style is. Yeah. So, yeah. And he also gained senses from the old man. But it's more fresh, clean. Like, he could hear, smell, feel everything. Yeah. Don't ask me. Yeah. He also has crazy regeneration abilities. So, yeah. So then, basically, he adored crocodiles. He just, like, sat a thing. And he puts his hand in the water as his hair turned blue. So now, and his eyes still are like the same as the what I said. His eyes are green, like the white, but with green. And yeah, it's like how. So then he doesn't even know how old he is. He could be, but we all know he's 1 year old. So he wrote today's date. Or actually yeah. So when he was, let's do a time skip. Of course, Zumi and him were just hanging out. Huh? Um, as Bakugo was like, huh? Well, oh, where did you born from? Oh, me? Well, I might be a sewer child. And he laughed. Yep. So then all that stuff. No. Yeah. He was born as a monster. but he acts more like a human than a monster. So, yeah. The now a time skip to 15. Rimuru and Zumi are 15. Bakugo, I don't know. Oh. Yeah, so they got accepted to UA. And yeah. Plus, he didn't trip in this what if. Yeah. He just like lifts up. He walks over, or actually he didn't mean Ochako. As he's didn't mean to yeah. So then the robots were, I'm skipping the written part because he's so smart. Yeah. He was done before Momo and everybody was done. That reminds me. During the written part, Momo looked at him and she had love in her eyes. Like she wants him. Everybody wants. Or actually, that's why I was trying to decide on who should he date, because there's Mina, Maya, Momo, Ochako, and Rinko. So yeah, they all wanted to date him so bad. But they did not know that he's a monster. So he uses a human sense, but he also, I forgot to mention, he also gained new skills like heat resistance and cold resistance. He's also born with skills that are equivalent to what you see in the anime of that time I got reincarnated as slime. And yeah, he has heat resistance, cold resistance, basically everything. And through all that time before 15, he actually wore a mask that he created, but that mask was designed to be more silent. It's like how Invisible Girl goes invisible. Oh, well, it makes him completely invisible, and he can use stealthy attacks. Yeah. So and he also eats the heroes, or no, he eats the villains. As the crime rate went down to about 0. As the pro heroes are thinking, is it just me, or is the villains are slowly like dying off. As yeah. As they all like talked about it, everybody's like, well, yeah. So now let's get back into the present day. So he looks around and sees a bunch of robots. He could tell. As there's one attack that he wants to perform. As he says this, yeah, like that flame thing, black flames, and then he used the lightning strike, and he destroyed all the robots in one fell swoop. Yeah. Even some of the remaining ones, he was like, okay. Yeah. So he's like, he is like that one that you see before you. Yeah. As Momo and everybody's like, whoa, that's cool. And like, yeah. And yeah, his name or his name, he goes by Slim. Like Slim Jeans or yeah. But Slim. Or Jim. Or actually, let's call him Slimy. I try to think of better names. So Slimy was like, huh, that's impressive for me. So, yeah. Then after the camp park, or no, and after then he got class 1A. And he sometimes he keeps the crime down at night. And yeah, he keeps the crime down a lot. At night. But in the morning, it's like, okay, something's fishy going on. So, yeah. As Overhaul, or not Overhaul, All for One is getting angry. Like, who's ever doing this to my men needs to stop. I will find them and I will kill them. Because they're messing with a wrong person. Yeah. I tried to use, yeah. So basically, it was scary. So then, all the villains were basically that, or remaining ones are like, yeah. So, All for One, or no, actually, Zuko was, or no, Zumi was like Yeah. And he is now in his monster form thing at his sewer. He looks that color, not the sickly green that you saw in this video before. Yeah. So, yeah. They decide, okay, this guy's. So now, I'm skipping the ball throw because he got over infinity. Like, he threw so hard. First of all, yeah. Yeah. He put, for his quirk, was slime. Yeah. So, everybody's like, okay, he has the powers of slime. Is that similar to Mina's acid ability? And yeah, but he doesn't have that quirk. He has it as his genetics, and yeah. So then the whole arc, basically like Inko, or no, Asashi's like has some suspicious theories about him. Yeah. But then so then now at the USJ, or actually at the Heroes versus Villains, instead of 2 versus 2, it's 1 versus 1 battle. So, who was a great comparison? Bakugo versus Rimuru, or Slimy. And he says, okay, ready? What do you bring to a table? 5 seconds later. Yep. And those webs that you saw before are fireproof, explosion proof, ice proof, fireproof. Yeah. Everything proof. So Bakugo's explosions couldn't even dent it. Yeah. And he says, take that, you jerk. As he sticks his tongue out. Yeah. And everybody's like, what the heck? You can restrain people with strings? How many quirks do you have? As he says, usually slime quirks has different purposes. Yeah. So he is really good hiding his appearance of his slime form. So, yeah. So then all the other stuff. And of course, they're like, okay, there's as actually All Might gave hit one for all to Zumi. Yeah. So now during the USJ, the Zuko or no Slimy, but they all like go to there, and he actually, of course, all so the Nomu and then all that stuff. He restrained the Nomu that badly, as he says to him, sorry to do this, as he pulls the string in, and yeah, you may know what happens next. The Nomu exploded with enough force. Yeah. He thought, or you might probably be thinking, man, what did Inko eat today? Or, yeah. So, basically, and his, or the Nomu's remains, as everybody, or all the students and teachers were out, except for Slim, or Slimy. So he looks down, and he says, huh, as he uses his hand, as they were like, he cleaned up all the blood on all that remains as of that Nomu. Do you ever, as he looks at him, or looks at, do you ever wash the Nomus? It's kind of smelly. As Shiraki-sen just like runs up, tries to touch him, but when he tried to, as the liquefied of his entire body went all over him. Yeah. It was like restraining him. As the, yeah. So then he was like, my slime quirk doesn't allow me to get touched by a normal quirk user that must just use like their own feelings. Yeah. So basically, yeah, so then at the sports festival, at the race, Slimy won against, or in race, cavalry battle, and the fight won, because in the Slimy versus Todoroki in round 2, Todoroki was like, okay, ready to do this? Yep. As And yeah, he says before we or after or yeah. So he starts by using unlimited imprisonment power through his fist. When he straight up punched Todoroki, Todoroki tried to use his ice, but I'm waking it down to only like restrain quirks. Yeah. So yeah. So then any any abilities that he would have had for Zuko or so please wait for part 2 before I talk too fast. So peace out y'all and have a good night or day.